Welcome back to Pro League, guys, here live at the Nexon Arena. Prime is down 0-2 against SK Telecom T1. They're really taking a beating against the top team here in round 3. No surprise, Moonblade.
No surprise, Valdez. We were hoping for something. We almost saw something there in our last game. Creator getting those Blink Folks into the main at a pretty early time. Only Marines to defend against it, but it ended up being enough. And Dream, he bounced back pretty hard. And from there, Creator kind of just fell apart.
Yeah, he really did. I think he just got a bit too excited, possibly.
Yeah.
He did a lot of damage. He's like, okay, I got this. But then his multitasking was the big thing that really threw him off. A lot of really nice mind drops from Dream to take the attention off the attack. The Blink Micro is just not there.
Yeah.
And as you said, Dream takes the win. So we're about to jump into Game 3 here. It's going to be KeeN versus Impact. Impact has not played in Pro League in 707 days.
Wow, yeah, it's been a long time. I'm very excited to see how he's going to be playing. He used to be part of the team Axiom, and he had some success in there. Always a great player, did well overseas. But I'm very curious to see how he's going to do it now that he's in SKT, in that sort of training regimen and team house.
Yeah.
Well, look at KeeN there. And Valdez, 3-10 against Impact.
That's pretty insane, actually. I wonder where these guys actually played a bunch of their games.
Oh, I'm sure it's been all over the place. These guys, they have been traveling as well for a long time. I'm sure they've met in DreamHacks and IEMs and whatnot.
These two guys have been around for a pretty long time, so it's not too surprising. KeeN kind of just, I don't know, not really finding any ladders to climb. He's kind of just staying at the same low level. He's shown some decent play, like that one game against Life. He kind of showed up, but in the end, Life was able to take him down, of course. He just can't take those wins.
Yeah, that's true. Well, here's a look at Impact, the new kid on the block for SKT. They produced Stream, and now they're looking for a new Zerg Banjo, and here he is. He recently performed very well in the GSL qualifier, defeating San and Departure. And besides that, we haven't seen much of him. He's been one of those players that just plays in a lot of online tournaments as well.
Yeah, defeating Silent Departure, a very high-stress environment there in that qualifier, but of course that's a Protoss and a Zerg, so going to be interesting to see how he can do here against Terran in his first Pro League match in a very, very long time. Could be nervous, maybe he won't show his best play. I feel like this might be Prime's best chance to actually take the win against SK Telecom. Let's see how it goes down.
Yeah, it's certainly their one shot left over to get it there. And I do not think Classic will be dropping a game to a Prime member today. I think those glasses are real as well, Valdez. It's something I like to make sure of.
Thanks for pointing that out. In fact, I can see the lights reflecting off them. You're exactly right,
They're legit glasses, and I always appreciate that.
Yeah.
In this day and age.
Shout outs to Sky High for wearing the fake glasses.
Yeah.
You guys tuned in a little bit late to the broadcast. But anyway, let's jump into this game right now. It's going to be on Coda between KeeN and Impact. Down here in the bottom right, in the purple for Prime, our Terran player, he is KeeN.
And up here in the top left for SKT, new member, Impact. Welcome, brother.
Big day today for him.
Yeah, big day indeed.
As we mentioned before, it's been a long time since he's been in here. I think it was 707 days, or maybe that was the...
Last time he played in Pro League.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
There was another stat there for the last time Prime won against SKT, but I think that was June 3rd, 2014.
Yeah, it was like a year ago. So, just over a year ago now, actually. So,
yeah.
Wow. Been a while.
It's out of control. Impact, we could see some nerves out of him. Let's see how stable his play is here today.
He looks pretty calm, actually, like looking in the booth. Not one of those players that are just a little too young, like we do see a lot on Prime.
Yeah.
Like Terra or Departure, those guys kind of freak out when they're in the booth. And we do definitely see it reflect in their play a lot.
As you mentioned before, this guy's been around for a pretty long time. He's been around the world. He has a lot of experience playing in very high-pressure situations, so I'm sure he's going to be just fine. I'm just curious, you know, a lot of players, even in the last match, Creator versus Dream was even like, oh, you know, sometimes I even get nervous in Pro League. Sometimes these best-of-1 situations coming out in one of these leagues that's been around for so long in StarCraft history can kind of get to these players, even when they do have a ton of experience. Yeah,
nerves are always a thing. And I dare say team leagues are probably one of the scariest of all because there's a lot of there's a whole team behind you, a lot of pressure on you, so you have to perform not only for yourself, which it adds a whole new sort of factor to it.
Very true. I'm going to see a pool first from Impact, in fact.
Yeah, maybe hoping to sneak some lings out in the map so we can try and delay that CC. And obviously, it's always going to help out against any sort of proxy play as well.
Yeah, you know, Coda, not a bad map to do, a 2-player map, if you were going to go for a proxy. We have seen, I think it was Byung do this against a Zerg, or even a Protoss. I think it was a Protoss, actually, a while back. I think it was like at the very beginning of round 3. Worked out pretty well.
I think we've seen Sorry do it on most maps as well when he gets a chance to play.
Sorry did it on this map, too.
Yeah, see, it can happen for sure. I mean, that cliff is right next to the main. It can just jump right on in with a nice proxy position. Not going to be the case this time around there.
Just going to see a Reaper expand into Reactor, it looks like here.
Yeah. And actually, no link to middle at all, Valdez. So simply going for that fast queen so he doesn't have to deal with any sort of harassment early on.
Yeah. Just a safe pool. As you mentioned before, great against proxies as well. So Impact, not a bad idea coming into his first match in a long time just to play it pretty safe. I respect that.
Yeah, it's a smart way to do it, especially when you're up against a team that is considered by far the weakest in the league. You know, they are going for those pod shots, they are going for those risks. So play as straight up as you can and play a game. I mean, Sue showed it best, you know, just play a very safe game.
So we see that here. Already 2 queens out. Start spreading that creep. And the Reaper, he just goes for a small scout. He sees the queen out very early, knows his pool first, and just goes back to the watchtower. Maybe just poke here at the natural, it looks like.
Yeah, poke on in. Queen is waiting there, so link speed, getting closer to finishing as well.
I like this, actually. The Marines out on the map looking for Overlords. They're going over towards the right side. Unfortunately, Impact does not place any of his Overlords over there.
No, he's already got them in place. So he's got 2 that's going to be hard for him to actually scout the tech, which is kind of one problem right now, especially if there's 2 Marines waiting from the south of that main base where that Overlord is.
We're seeing a huge swell of lings come out right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, look how open that natural is right now for the Prime player. This could actually cause a lot of problems. He has no plans of blocking it off just yet either.
Yeah. You were talking about the Overlords in position. There's one right there up in that high ground. Sees everything at the natural.
Yeah, this could be a big problem. But the one redeeming thing is there's going to be 4 Hellions out, which is going to be fantastic against any number of lings, as long as they don't get surrounded.
He's also got like a mini wall there, 2 supply depots in the rocks.
Looks like he's going to go for the surround here. He's paying attention with these Hellions there. Oh, he's going to try for the ramp. No, not going to try for it.
Yeah. He's going to try to go for those SCVs now, try to get a bit of a surround, but KeeN handling this very, very well.
Yeah, perfect play for KeeN.
Immediate pullback, just gets those Hellions in a fantastic place, protects them.
Oh, yeah, but look at this, Valdez. We actually see an Armory on the way, a Medivac out, enough Marines to help out as well. All it's going to take is him to come across the map, turn him into Hellbats, and there's going to be a lot of trouble for him back because he does not have a Baneling Nest.
And like you said, Overlord's not in position to scout that Armory, so Baneling Nest is coming up now, but it may just be a little bit too late. He's going to try to defend this with only lings and a spine crawler, but the push is already across the map.
Yeah, he sees it coming a mile away. He knows for sure this is it. But how is he going to deal with it is the next question.
Going to try to drop in the main.
Queens are a good choice.
Yeah. Not enough Marines to deal with that. Uh-oh. Overlord going to be sniped here.
Yeah. Small price to pay, though. Better than your economy getting destroyed by Hellbats.
It's true.
And I think KeeN has lost his timing. There's a spine crawler out there. This move down to the bottom of the ramp is a bit of a mistake.
Oh, but KeeN doesn't... He doesn't...
Not utilizing it.
Yeah, he doesn't go for it. He's going to try to...
Go for the third base by the looks of it.
He's going to rotate over here, try to get a nice position. He's got a lot of Hellbats. He's going to snipe at another Overlord. It's pretty severely supply blocking Impact for now, but...
Still so many queens out at this point. He did make a couple of extra queens when he realized what was going on. I don't think he's going to find much here either.
Oh, and he's going for the surround, trying to come from behind, but...
Oh, man. Even surrounding Hellbats is a bad thing. You do that unless you... like, if you really, really have to, but it's never going to work out.
Yeah. Gonna try to go for a bit of a counterattack, trying to get some Hellions out on the map. A couple of those guys pretty low. Uh-oh, some free Banelings out here trying to get some hits on Hellions, but...
Oh, yeah, not the best idea to bring the Banelings down the map as well.
Oh, one more hit. Medevac goes down, but 4 Marines have dropped out, and a bunch of Hellions coming in here towards the third base. Thankfully, not a lot of drones there.
Yeah,
take down.
Okay. Survives for now. Not taking too much damage, but I think there's a little bit of a mistake there to move all those things out on the map, especially when the ramp has already been completely blocked off, as you can see with the Overlord.
So, both players kind of settling in here. Looks like KeeN's going to try to go for more harass. KeeN very famously loving those Hellions, and of course the Hellbats there with that timing. He does finally get that orbital after going for that 2-base play.
Yeah.
A third one.
Both players kind of progressing to a normal mid-game here. I do give the advantage to Impact though. Kind of defending completely against the Hellbat timing, not taking any damage, really. Still on tier 1 though, not choosing to go for Lair Tech just yet, despite having the gas rod at least. There we go.
So Impact cancels his +1 to melee, and he's getting +1 to ranged.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Moonglid?
Well, this is interesting, Valdez. This is his style. This is the Impact style. So it looks like he will be going into Roaches. Let's see if he goes into Roach Hydra though. Like, let's see if how far does he want to take this tech. Because we do see the occasional Zerg player go for like Roachling Bane. Completely normal. We do see Dark even do that quite occasionally. Yeah. But if you go beyond that is the question, because it is far less effective in the late game, unless you have Vikings out as well, to really do anything with Roach Hydra.
Maybe he just feels like KeeN has committed way too much to Hellions and Hellbats, and he didn't get much done with that early push, so he can kind of take advantage of a 1-1 timing here. Yeah, maybe get like Roach speed and +1/+1 and go for a big attack.
Yeah, you know what? I'm wondering if he's thinking it's actually mech play, because he hasn't scouted the main base. He hasn't seen the production at all. He doesn't know if there's any more bio on the map besides the drop that happened in his main base. And he does see like a factory with a tech lab at the bottom where his Overlord is. So it's like, oh, you're going mech off this. So I think that's exactly his mindset right now. Gonna see Stim on this though. Let's see how he's gonna react to this.
Yeah, that's the next question. He's being pretty greedy with this tech. He cancels, it looks like, the Infestation Pit and the Hydra Den, and immediately gets Baneling speed and gets the +1 attack to his Zergling. So there you go. It looks like just a bit of a mistake there from Impact.
He just hadn't read enough. He has no vision of the main base whatsoever. He doesn't know what kind of production buildings. All he knows is there's a second factory, and it's in the natural. So a little bit of a mystery. It's going to put everything kind of behind, especially Mutalisks. By now, he should have at least 8 Mutas out in the map, trying to harass, stopping these kind of pushes from happening.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of Banelings, but they're all slow.
The one thing that KeeN never took advantage of was the fact that there were no Mutas out here for a very long time. No drops really coming in here. He just wants to go for a straight-up push, and here we go. Hellbats in the front, trying to take that Baneling fire. Really nice splits there from KeeN.
Yeah, perfect.
On the creep. There's no Baneling speed. It's extremely late.
Very nice trade for KeeN, and he can even go for the spot base here. It's going to be hard. Only a few Banelings left over as well.
Still no Baneling speed.
No. This is a bad engagement, impacting a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah, he really is. A fantastic spot now for KeeN up there on the high ground. Tons of Widow Mines are active.
And he's kind of streaming units in here. It looks like the Banelings are actually getting some decent hits off finally, but more and more units are coming across the map. The Fire is just doing too much. They are 1-1 against the 0-1 of the Lings.
10 drones now have gone down. He's taken out so many of these Banelings and Lings. There were 2 Roaches trying to help out, but not doing much. And all these Banelings forced to be canceled. Finally, the Baneling speed has finished. But it looks like it's just too late for Impact.
Yeah, it's a massive misread from Impact. It's going to cost him the game by the looks of things. Down way too far in supply. And streaming units out like this is never going to get the job done.
Yeah. So KeeN in a great position to take his first win of the 2015 Pro League here in round 3. GG! And he puts Prime up on the board.
Oh, there you go, Valdez. That little bit of inexperience in the booth, kind of throwing him off a little too much. Not being careful enough with his scouting, and that's all it takes for Zerg to lose a game against a good Terran. You know, you have to be sure at what you're up against, and what units you're going for. But failing speed too late, incorrect upgrades, fire too late. It all just a little too slow.
Yeah. And even after holding off a held up push really fantastically, he didn't really take any damage at all. There were like 3 drones that went down but he had enough queens out, and he defended it really fantastically, but he just was never really able to go into the right tech from there and just fell too far behind. KeeN just follows up with a really nice bio push with mines, and that was enough to win the game. So there you go. KeeN gets his first win, and we're going to get to see Classic play against Yoda.
Yeah, we are. So another bit of a one-sided match, I got to say. Classic has been playing fantastic lately. Yoda, he hasn't had much luck. But, you know, maybe they can ride this momentum. Now that KeeN has won a game, they can bring it to that ace match. Maybe they can actually, you know, cause an upset here tonight.
Yeah, that would be huge for Prime, even just in terms of pride's sake. But at the same time, it would be even worse for SKT. They want to get as many points as possible to secure that first place. As they were talking about in the KT match, if SKT loses both of their matchups, KT could actually take first place, especially after getting the 3-0 tonight against Gigantus.